I am currently a janitor. At the facility I work at, there is a stairwell that leads down some stairs to a door that doesn't open because we lost the keys some years ago. One night there was a loud bang coming from the door. It sounded like somebody was banging it every second for a couple minutes. I stood at the top of the stairs and just listened and watched, and then it stopped. It started up again a few minutes later, but when I would go back to see, it would stop as soon as I got there. I told my manager the next day and had a locksmith come in. He got the door open and it was just an old supply closet that had been emptied. Every so often, though, someone hears a banging coming from the door at the bottom of the stairs. I work part-time as a security guard at a local business. I was sitting at the front desk in front of a fairly good-sized window, reading a binder and studying for school. Sort of had that feeling like someone was watching me. So I glanced up and there was a face pressed to the glass. No idea how long they had been standing there before I looked up, but I ran out of the foyer to where there was a glass door on the porch that should have been locked, but it wasn't. He started shaking the door trying to get in. I ran to the next room as he just followed me around the building while I was on the phone with the police, watching me through the windows. They didn't catch him. That night, anyway. He came back the following night and then they caught him then. It was creepy as hell. I don't want to even think about what would have happened if he had gotten in. I worked at a juvenile detention center. I was by myself while my partner was on a coffee run. It had cameras all around the outside. One night about 3 a.m., a guy just appears in my parking lot with a rifle. He slowly walks up to the building and eventually gets so close that he's off screen. I hit my personal ambush alarm and got to the day room floor as fast as I could. Then I just hear a really light tapping on the kitchen entrance. Then a huge bang, like a foot kicked in the door, then breaking glass. I then ran into the cell wing and locked the doors behind me. The next thing I knew, the cops were all over the place and I came out expecting to see someone dead or in handcuffs. There was no one there. Whoever it was must have faded back to the streets. The guy had 12 or 13-inch footprints. They never caught the guy. I worked the front desk at a hotel. During the wintertime, we are absolutely dead, and that's when strange things come out. Late last winter, I had a lady walk in and ask for a room. All went well. Got her credentials, put her information in the computer, and made her a key card. Right when she would have been walking away to go to her room, she halted and just stood there. She had this odd smile on her face. A smile that I really didn't recognize as creepy at first, but when she was standing there not moving, her seemingly dead eyes locked into mine and she kept smiling. It got really uncomfortable and really creepy real fast. I didn't want to make her uncomfortable, despite me being very uncomfortable. I asked her a couple of times if there was anything else she needed. It took her a few times to snap out of it and say, "Oh no, I'm fine, thank you." But then she just kept on standing there, smiling at me. I didn't want to freak out on her, and after about 5 minutes of this creepy lady staring at me, she turned around and slowly started towards her room. About 20 minutes later, a couple from the city comes in and wanted to look at her room. So I grab a master key and head on down the hallway. Wouldn't you know, there's the creepy lady standing halfway behind a wall partition that separates one half of the hallway to the other. I don't think she even entered her room. She disappeared quickly by the time I got down to that end of the hall, and she was clearly standing behind the door, holding it open, the lights off behind her, just standing there with her door open. I walked past, did my business, and when I came back around, the door was shut. It was very strange. Hey, Midnight Sweeper here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, why not hit the like button and give it a share on Facebook or Twitter? Or better yet, hit that big red subscribe button and keep coming back for more. And I'll see you around the campfire.